So hello, wonderful Madrid community. Thank you very much for inviting me. So today I'll be talking about changing Atlassian billing model, especially in the context of the marketplace apps. This is something that I would say something about the apps, but mostly about your money, probably. So I have like one stupid question for the beginning. Which of you are using marketplace apps in your Jira instances? Yeah, it's like stupid question, probably. How many of you are on the cloud instances? Okay, that's great. Great to hear. Oh, okay. So first, the agenda, I will briefly say a few words about me and my company, and then I would describe the changes in this marketplace edition. Small disclaimer, this is only, mostly touching these apps because we are app vendor. And I'll be talking about, I would say, 3 layers. So first is licensing, packaging, and pricing. And also I would take something interesting about the app bundles. Oh, okay. Technology. Okay, so my name is Filip. I'm based in Poland and I'm partner manager at Release Management, and also I'm Atlassian Community Now Champion, not leader, in Poznań in Poland. So few words about Release Management, who we are. We were founded in 2018. Our headquarters is really in Poland, but founders are from Ukraine. We have 6 apps on the marketplace. We have like multiple Partner of the Year awards winners. Like even few weeks back in Anaheim, we also won another prize, and we are proud because our average rating is 3.6 on the marketplace. As you can see, these guys in the black shirts, they don't work for Release Management. They only came here for the photo. So, because we don't have much time to meet you now, maybe later, so I have a, let's say, very general question. Are you like, who is like for me a solution partner? Okay, of course. Marketplace partner. And customer. Okay. Okay, which Atlassian products do you use at the moment? Like Jira, Confluence, okay. So this is for you. This presentation is for you. And how do you like a current marketplace monetization model? There is only one. Do you like it, love, hate, or what is the relation here? Do you like it? It depends, okay. Okay, so why Atlassian decided to change this monetization model now? There's like this official message from Atlassian. It's like very obvious that they reached some critical point in annual, let's say, income or like revenue, however you will call it. And they also want to push this growth on the marketplace. Also, this is because, like, I don't know if you are aware, but also Atlassian is like they're hosting the marketplace, so they also earn some money on the marketplace. It's not that app vendors are only, taking 100% money of this. So they want to also push the growth on the future growth on this marketplace apps. The reason really behind this is because they want to reach to more, I would say, enterprise level customers. There are a lot of scenarios that these customers have, and this model right now is not too fair really. So they want to make this licensing model more fair, I would say. And of course, because today was a lot talking about the Atlassian Intelligence and Rovo, there are a lot of, let's say, pushing on this. And for this kind of growth and like expansion in this area, probably the user-based licensing wouldn't be perfect match. So there also need to be considered new kind of licensing. So the current state, love or hate, as I mentioned, is only one. So we have like site-based licensing, packaging is standard, so there's only one type of app, and the pricing is per user. So when you buy like a marketplace app, you just need to have the same amount of users as you have in your main Jira instance or Confluence instance. So as I mentioned before, this limits these enterprise customers, which have usually more complex cases, multiple instances, and large user groups, and like sometimes 10 people of some apps are using it, and they have like 10,000 users. So how to manage this really? So there are a lot of scenarios. So also, from marketplace vendor perspective, it was quite hard to customize apps features for different customer segments. So what's changing? So first of all, the most important message is that this will be optional. So marketplaces partners can decide to go into this model, this new model, or decide to stay with the old model. So what changes with the licensing? So we'll have the same model as we had before. So there will be like site-based licensing, but we also have for the enterprise cloud customers, multi-instance licensing, user-based licensing, and the Jira decoupling. So I'll be discussing it later with details how it works. With packaging, there will be like 3 editions of apps. So now all the apps will be like all the apps you have in standard, but there will be like also advanced mode, and in the future there will be also the free mode for the packaging apps. And pricing will be per user, per agent for GSM apps, and also this user-based pricing, which probably is mostly for this, let's say, partners who develop like a robo agents. So because like this site-based licensing is quite obvious, so I don't want to discuss this, everyone knows how it works. So first I would discuss this multi-instance licensing. This is like a special offer for the enterprise customers, but enterprise I don't mean like customers who have more than 1,000 users, but customers who are on this enterprise cloud plan. So now you can buy or purchase applications not on a single instance, but you can use this this kind of licensing to buy on multiple instances. So that means this works the same as, for example, Jira or Confluence or Enterprise. So you will only license the unique users across your instances. It's very also important that in terms of pricing, these licenses for single or multiple instance are by default the same, but marketplace vendors can decide to use like a multiplier. So for example, if you will be using more than one instance, then there will be like a multiplier. For example, 1.1 for one instance and like a, iteration of this. This is like decision of the marketplace vendors. So the scenario currently without this licensing looks like this. If you have like a Jira Enterprise on 2 instances, and you have like 150 overlapping users, and on one instance you have 500 and 700 users, so you can use the lower tier because of this overlapping user. But now in this, if you had like 2 apps, you always had to have the same number of users on each instance, but you cannot use this overlapping users, like unique users. So you need to pay for 1,200 users. So you overpay for that. So in the new model, you can use this unique users model. So also you can just subtract the number of users for the apps. So quite simple. Okay, so licensing. This is like, I would say, most controversial for the marketplace vendor. This is like a user-based licensing, but this is like I think one of the most expected thing that was changed. So now you could also buy an app based on the subset of users. So you don't need to have like, if you have one instance for 10,000 users, but really, I don't know. I like big picture here as an example. Usually the project management tools, like this kind of tools, are not used by 10,000 users, but like, for example, a group of 100 users. So now you would be able, of course, if your marketplace vendor will agree on this, because still it's optional, you can buy like this kind of app for 100 users only. I mean, from our perspective, it's like quite controversial because we can understand that if someone puts new app on the marketplace and you can use this model, this could be also quite, let's say, have some very big potential for growth. But like if we have like a quite established market, we also have like, support, we have like engineers, developers, and now customers will push on us to use the subset of users model. Then our, let's say, income would be like a bit, let's say, in danger, I would say. Okay, another user model is like GSM will be decoupled from Jira. This is also, I think, very logical move. So for the apps that are, let's say, especially developed for the Jira service management, you can have like a lower number of licenses only on the agent base. So for example, if the same example, you had like a Jira for 10,000 users, but you have Jira Service Management for 100 users. In one instance cloud, then the problem was you always had to have these 10,000 users up because that was like the forced by this Jira software, let's say, license. So now you can have like a smaller amount of licenses to perfectly match for your Jira service management. Okay, this is also this is another layer with what will change. So now at the moment, there will be like a few apps additions on the marketplace. This program is already live. So at the moment, all apps on the marketplace have the status of standard. But we, as release manager, we're part of this early access program, so we already have some customers which are on these advanced tiers. We use it like for the early access program. So this is like very also logical move, because like some of the customers, they want to have something more. For example, they want to have like a better support. They want to have like features that they really want to pay, and there are like customers who really don't want this. So they will stay on the standard mode, and this is like a very good for, let's say, also for growing opportunities, because I can, as a customer, start as a standard user of an app, and then because like I am growing or like I have some more needs, I can use this advanced tier. So also you can also manage the better pricing for your current needs. And in the future, marketplace vendors can also be able to release the free version of your app. For example, very simple, like a version of this main app. But this is like only, this will be in the next iteration, so it's like very early program. So from our experience, I would say that we already have these advanced editions for free of our apps. And it works very well, because we already, how it looks like. So if you go on the marketplace, there will be like just, I don't know, this is like example, standard edition of our apps, release management workflows, and there will be like advanced editions with just like some set of features that are available only for this advanced edition. For example, it could be everything. This not generally could be like a feature in an app. It can also be like a support, better support, or like a consulting, also educational services, something else, not generally something hidden in the software. What is very important, what Atlassian said, that if you are like solution partner and customer, the end number will be always the same. So for the standard edition, and then you, for example, you decided to upgrade to advanced edition, the end number will be always the same. And like for the pricing perspective, as you can see, this is like all the same. You will all see how you will also see this option for using standard and advanced. What is very interesting, advanced apps will always be payable. So this is also another scenario. You can, for example, have like a free Jira instance, free Jira cloud. But if you want to use like an advanced edition of app, you can use it, but definitely you need to pay for it. So like for standard edition, you can have like up to 10 users for free. Like in our case, I don't know, like Tempo and like Upfire, I don't know if they have like all apps for free. Okay, the flow is that all apps are in the standard edition. Then you can decide to have a trial, usually for 30 days. If you decide then to upgrade and pay, then you will go to this purchase version. And of course, you can downgrade at every point, but there is like some differences. You can, maybe it's not time not to discuss this, when you will be charged and when not you will be charged. And I'd just like to say, we already have like in the early access program customers who decided to use these advanced apps editions. Another thing that is very interesting, I really love it, is like app bundles. I think this is something that was quite popularly requested. So this is also a concept early access program. But now if you have like a few apps from the marketplace vendor, so you can just search for the marketplace to search, for example, for some use case, I don't know, agile or something, and then marketplace can suggest you some kind of bundle of apps which will address this topic. So for example, here we have like Atlassian Labs with few apps that are resolving some kind of, I would say, agile or project management stuff. The case is that in the future, there will be also possible to have multiple vendors bundles. This is like super interesting, especially for us, because we also like collaborating with X-Ray and Upwhite. So we think this is like super beneficial for us. And this is how it looks like on the marketplace. Of course, this is concept still, but this is like you very easily choose this for the to request these bundles on your inside. And pricing model, as I mentioned, there will be like per user, as it is per agent. For Jira decoupled, Jira Service Management decoupled, and usage-based pricing, probably mostly because of this Rovo-driven, I would say, revolution. So, examples. So, this is like example. In the old system, even if the customer have Jira Enterprise for 30,000 users because of decoupling, I mean of overlapping some users, there are like 80,000 users. So each app you will use, and if you want to use it on every instance, then you need to pay for 18,000 users for each app, except this one, because this is like only on this one instance. But for 4,000 users still, not 1,000 users. So you see a lot of overpaying. But for this scenario, you can see that this customer decided to have first app on the multi-instance license because they have enterprise. Still, they don't pay for this overlapping users. For second app, which is like in advanced edition, this first is on standard. They only use it for 2 instances and for less number of users. Then they have another instance and they use it for 2,000 users. This is like traditional site-based. This is like how it was really. But yeah, there are some kind of overlapping users. And then, for example, another app is like for this, based on this usage metrics. For example, they have like, I don't know, Rovo agent like developed by the marketplace vendor. And it's used like on the free instances. Another app is used only one instance. And they have like second product, which is Jira Premium, Jira Service Management Premium, only on one instance for 1,000 agents. And they have app, which is like perfectly fits for this, agent-based licensing, which is only for Jira Service Management Premium. And another 7th app is like for 5,000 users, the same example as here. So site-based licensing. So you know, as you can see, there are a lot of scenarios. I'm a bit sorry for solution partners. Yeah, so what does it mean? By the way, this presentation was approved by Atlassian, so. Okay, so for Atlassian user, I think this is the greatest beneficials for you, because guys, you have more flexibility now. Of course, you need to control which apps do you really need and how you will just like license them. But you have like some options to decide which kind of app I really need. Do I need like extra support, or do I need like extra features? So this is also great for like enterprise or like a bigger users to choose the versions of the apps. And you can now optimize the app's usage for specific user groups. For solution partners, sorry for you. But definitely you will need to have like very, I don't know, just keep the track of your customers, how they are billing, and really you need to be like more closely work with them to manage these billing models properly and choose the best options for them. And for marketplace partners, we think some, of course, threats, but also we think some kind of value here, also to reach the new customers, reach the new markets, and also to create something which is like very, very tailored for customers' needs. So thank you very much for your attendance.